On Sanity, hello! How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well and all that jazz. These are a bit laggy for me, unfortunately. They are laggy. Or is it just for... Oh no. Anyways, hopefully you're doing well. You're alive? Just got your AC back? Nice, nice. I wouldn't be able to live without AC. I'm more of a 40 degrees or below kind of guy. Just doodling? Oh, sweet! Me too. Alright, I should probably switch on over to the... to the screen. I forgot the name of it! Drawing. I forgot the word drawing. This is like the worst... This is the worst opening since like ever. You know, what's that thing people do? You know, they doodle, they draw. My mic is like falling off. I need to fix that actually. It's gonna crash down on my skull. The only thing is I don't want to damage the wood. Alright, that's like the only thing. So you're also doodling and thought steal some of that creativity. Aw, why steal? Why not share? We can pass the drawing neuron together. Oh, that's the wrong screen. This is a 3D screen. There's nothing there because I'm not... Luckily, I closed what I was working on for school earlier. Alright, I couldn't actually... I couldn't decide settle down on a song. Right? So I was like, I'm just gonna keep it. That's what I'm doing, I guess. Just sticking to it. But yeah, as you can see, totally blank. Yeah. I have nothing right now. I did a little Wheel of Fortune names thing, and then that's what lagged out my Google Chrome when I was saying things are a bit laggy. So it didn't really land on anything. I think it might have landed on yokai, but I don't know. I'm fairly certain it was still loading. But we'll figure out something to draw. You know, start with thumbnails or whatever, right? Although I should be using a thicker pen than this for thumbnails. People are always like, oh my god, do well, okay, specifically my professors are like, oh my god, you gotta do thumbnails, right? And spend like 30 seconds or less on each one of them. And then they'll come out with like a shape, and I've just been doodling stars this entire time. Although this one kind of looks like a Digimon. I can't explain it other than if I go like... in the body. That one kind of looks like that. Anyway, off topic. This is the brainstorming phase. I don't really know what to draw. Right. And my thumbnail should be a lot using a thicker pen. Oh, it's so sad. I figured I would be drawing like some sort of like animal-esque character, and it's probably going to be like an actual person or humanoid rather than like a monster today. Although I could draw a monster today. Who knows? Alright. I sure don't. That's why we went into this as a blank screen. And why the title is... Actually, what's the title? I forgot. Someone remind me. I like this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Look how easy that was. Took like... I don't know, solid like 5 minutes. Didn't take that long. Okay, so it would be... I gotta do a little bit of anatomy if I'm gonna do it. Alright. Okay. Got the rough starter bit. Now what are we gonna do? Well, it could be wings, it could be a cloak. Maybe someone dodging like a sword. Right. Oh, but their cloak's gonna get fucked up if I do it from that angle. Right. I don't understand how to do perspective. It's difficult. Anyways. We'll focus on the character for now. I've been, I'll be honest, I was kind of like thinking about just watching like more Stargate Atlantis or starting up Dexter today, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually do something. I'm gonna try my best to be productive for once. So here I am, trying to be productive. Actually get better at drawing. I've also been reading Food Wars. I started actually reading it today. Because the reason I never actually watched or read it was because my brother was like, okay, so there's 3 things that you should never read because they're too good for you. And so he was like, don't ever read JoJo's, Food Wars, or Haikyuu. And I was like, okay, I won't. But that was like 10 years ago, right? And like a month after he says that, he's like, okay, Chess, you have to read those 3. And I'm like, no, just to spite you. But eventually I did get around to watching JoJo's and then reading it, and now I'm on Food Wars, I guess. Never Haikyuu though. Not that. Can't do sports anime. Hurts my soul to do it. Something about it just reminds me of sports. You know, probably because it's an anime about sports. Not a big fan, personally. Unless it's like, you know, fencing, I guess. Or maybe archery. But to my knowledge, they haven't done the fencing manga into an anime. Oh, wah, wah. What a shame. I would never watch Haikyuu anyway, though. But like, why did I decrease the opacity? I'm going insane. Why did I do that? But is someone doing hearts? What's happening? What? Oh my god. Who's there? It's like a ghost. Well, thank you to whoever's doing that. I don't... Actually, can you see that on screen? You probably can't, right? Whoops. My bad. No. Womp womp. Don't worry, I notice it in in my OBS screen. I notice it. What did I want to draw specifically? See, the question is, right? Should it be fantasy or sci-fi, right? Or rather, like, you know, medieval magic, swords, knights, that sort of stuff. Fantasy versus sci-fi. Alright. Now, I feel like I should probably go the fantasy route. Just because I've already drawn, like, the cloak or the wings or whatever this thing is. I might as well go for that. Just know how I'll go about it. What if we do like... Man. So give it away. What if we did something like this? You guys also hate it whenever like characters and stories go, oh my god, You gotta come over here and see it. You just gotta. And like they don't explain it even though it's like super important. I don't know, it always irked me whenever someone did that. Because it's like, just tell them. Especially if it's like, you know, oh my god, you gotta come see this body that's been mangled by the killer. Or whatever, you know? Just like, say the important stuff first. Because like, if someone did that to me, I'd be like, I ain't going over there until you tell me more. Alright. That's dangerous. Let's see. Should be armor? It should probably be armor under here. How's armor look? Oh god. Armor's difficult. Good thing we have a cloak covering up most of it, though. Ash, hello! The real Catman, yes, hello! How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully your day's going well and all that jazz. I'll be honest, when I was updating Bloons TD6, I noticed that you got, like, a fuck ton of achievements in 2 days. And I was like, what? What the hell? What have you been doing? You just been playing that game for 2 days straight? 48 hours! That'd be insane. It has been a while. Indeed it has. Oh, transferring the... Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, you just stayed up and played Bloons? For 2 days? I don't know. Like, to be fair, I would absolutely do that. I would absolutely do that for, like, Persona. I've been nearly doing that for Metaphor Refantasio, because yes, I've been playing it off-stream. Totally worth it playing it off-stream, though. I get to just go about my business without people being like, oh my god, you gotta do this thing, then you gotta do that thing. It's like, well, I want to play it by myself first. And then maybe a few years down the line, if it's still good. Don't question the hours in Bloons Monkey City. No. Why would you ever question monkeys? I feel like Bloons is like the only media in which I don't have a problem with the monkeys, right? Because like any other thing, I just don't like the monkeys, right? Planet of the Apes, don't like them. Zoos in real life, don't like them. You know? I don't know, they're like so untrustworthy. And like that's probably also like a me thing, but like, oh no. They always have like this look in their eye and they're too intelligent for their own good. Alright? They're like... They have the capacity of dolphins to be complete assholes. Alright? Never trusted them. Although if there's a monkey watching this, please don't hurt me. I would never actively go out of my way to do something. I just seethe in how much I don't like them. Yeah, I do have a valid point, don't I? See, I don't know if I inherited that distrust of monkeys from my mom, or if she inherited that from me. But like, we both don't like monkeys. They're too smart. I don't know. There's something about it where it's like, the higher the intelligence, the more danger, like the capacity for danger increases, right? Because humans, we're dangerous. If something else gains human intelligence, that's not good, right? Like, if something calm, like a beluga whale has it, it's whatever. They're at the sea, you know? What are they gonna do? Get beached and then, like, swat a bunch of people? I don't know. Develop family together. Yeah, probably. I developed the same fear of Chucky, apparently. At vastly different times, because she watched it when she was young, got scarred by Chucky. And then I watched it like 2 months ago, and I was like, I don't like this. Like, it's a good movie, don't get me wrong, but like, it's... I don't know, I don't like the implications of like living dolls. Right? Always makes... Like, obviously, you know, I treat my stuffed animals right. Right? I don't throw them too much, I think. I definitely don't hurt them, just in case they turn into living things and attack me, like Toy Story. Always remember Chucky's... That is true, they punted him several times, didn't they? But he keeps on getting up. He gets, like, shot a few times, doesn't he? Oh, I guess he's, like, made out of flesh or something, right? Got a little weird. I'm gonna do something like this. Right, where there's like a slit in the cape. Like right here, there'd be a slit. It would come down like 3 parts, right? Like so. Right? So the shaded parts would be like the inside, and then it would like go around the sleeves. That's how I'm thinking this cape would go. How goes the drawing though? Been up too much? Oh, been up too much. Or too much. I don't understand why reading a simple sentence fried my brain. I was like, at first I was like, oh, you must have misspelled too. And thinking that like, yeah, I've been staying up until 3 a.m. It's fine. I'll probably stay up until 3 a.m. today, because I don't really have anything tomorrow. Not, at least not in the morning. I have some morning classes though usually, and that pisses me off. What have I been doing? I've been doing school and work, and that takes up a lot of time. Oh yeah, I've been fencing too, and that also takes up a lot of time, and it gives me injuries. I got stabbed in the throat twice. I don't know if you heard, but I got stabbed in the throat twice. Same spot. One day right after another. In the same spot. Oh, fun! Yeah, fencing is fun. You should do it sometime. I like it. Gives you a sturdy composition. Also, apparently it wasn't following you on my new account. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. I don't think you're I don't think you're forced to follow anyone. Oh, you are following me now on Twitter. Sorry, X. Don't come after me, Musk. Fencing mentioned? Fencing was mentioned. VTuber fencing tournament? I feel like after I do my first bout with someone in like a fencing tournament, and it's like everyone's just watching, I feel like people would be like, oh shit, don't fence chess, he's gonna hurt you. I'll be like, yeah, but you should still fence me. But yeah. I thought it was the whole thing. Well, now you can. You'll see my what did I post? I don't know why I posted. I feel like this section is empty though, and I want to do something. So let's add in a monster, because why not? We'll add in a little... Oh yeah, what if we added in just a fucking dolphin? I think that'd be hilarious. I don't know how dolphins look though, so I gotta fuck it up. They have like a shark-like composition, right? Composition? Yeah. Yeah, right? They look mean. Like assholes. Let's go stib stab. Yeah, legally. That's like the best part. You can try to double team me, but like I've actually been wanting to like 1v2 someone where 2 people just come at me and I fence both of them. Because I do epee. I think it'd be super fun to just like block both blades, hit someone, and then immediately just go right into someone's side. I think that'd be hella fun. You kickboxing, right? That seems. Yeah, because the problem, right, is if you try switch from both of those to fencing, I feel like your distance would get fucked up. Like, if you do immediately, right? Your distancing would get fucked up. Because fencing's all about distancing. You gotta get the right distance. And for, I don't know too much about kickboxing, but I'm assuming kickboxing and karate will have to have, like, a closer distance than fencing. And if you're not used to that, you're just gonna get stabbed. Besides, it's not even about power, it's just about who gets the point. Which is, you know, both good and bad. If it was in power, I would totally win every bout. But if it's, you know, point or just like getting the point, I wouldn't only like most of my bouts. I haven't lost actually in the last week. I have not lost once yet, which is also why all my limbs hurt. That's why I stopped fencing the way I start like being close. Yeah, but the thing is, right? You can do infighting. And you should do foil, actually. And do infighting. Alright? Because in high school, I remember there was this guy. Well, I say guy. He was like 2 years younger than me, and he was short as fuck. But, like, he would barrel down the strip, forcing his opponent to back up with him, and he would just parry super close until he got the point. But he was small. He was a short motherfucker. He was like 4'5". Yeah. And all the injuries too. I don't know, it's fun, but like it hurts sometimes. And like luckily I didn't have to go against the best epéist at my club. But like I had to go against some pretty good ones. But I am technically not technically, I am the second best fencer. Or epéist at my club. Which is why I can win. I also fuck with people, which is why I also win. The art of deception and illusions. It's really nice. Why does a dolphin look so mean? I mean, I know I made him that way, but like, jeez. Anyway, I'm gonna have to turn him into like some fucked up, extra fucked up dolphin or something. Here. Add pauldrons there. Extra pauldron. Right, well, I mean, you know. There we go. We'll go on to the next step. Okay. I must away and prepare for stream ticket. Well, have fun with your stream. You got this. Have fun. I'm trying not to lose all my luck by saying those 2 words, so I have to get around it. But you have fun with that. Do good. It'll probably be good. You'll do a good stream. I believe in you. There you go. I could say that. I believe in you instead of good. Like, I need to keep all my luck. I'm not that much of a superstitious person, but like, this has been like the worst year of my life, but it's slowly maybe getting better, so I need to keep all of it with me. It's gonna be hard today. Yeah, they do. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I have a writing assignment due. I'll get it done. Wait, what day of the week is today? I'll get it done. It's fine. Do they have shit in their hair? Like hair clips or something? We'll do another sketch after this to finalize it. So it'll be fun. I think we'll keep up with them being like an angel sort of thing. I'm gonna need to move their head. Neat. Let's see. I can't forget to flip the canvas, see how horrible it is. Yep, yep. Oh yeah. It always hurts to flip the canvas. Because you're always going to be like, oh, it looks so good now. How much worse is it going to look when I flip it? The answer's a lot, apparently. At least in my case. And you tuck this in. And give like those mean eyebrows. Hacker, hello! How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good day. If not, hopefully your day gets better. Just doing some drawing stuff. I figure out the hair, it's so difficult. What's this though? Yeah. Oh, that's good. Erase that. Can't make it look like a dinner plate. Alright. Should probably give this some form. Give it little sharp bits. Like a Storon's helmet. You don't need to complete the circle then. This needs to go like so. Alright, let's keep on working on this. How do I describe it? Flipping? Just flip. And I really can't do words today. I can't figure that out. Oh no! See. I'm so glad I'm not like one of those fashion designers, because I'd be so nitpicky with like how the scarf would actually work. It would be extra detrimental to the armor. So... Okay, I can't... It's horrible. I just realized that, like, this shoulder bit kind of reminds me of a croissant. That's awful. I'm gonna be thinking about croissants the entire time now. I don't even prefer croissants. I prefer, like... I like a bagel, I guess. In terms of, like, breakfast foods. I feel like bagel's a very versatile one. Unless you're, like, allergic to gluten. Or any of the spreads. I like the, cream cheese lox ones. Which is cream cheese and salmon. It's only let me down a few times. Not everyone can get fish good. You've never had a bagel? That's crazy. You should try it. Well, unless you're allergic to gluten. But you should try it sometime. I prefer everything bagels, personally. There's some heathens out there who prefer raisin bagels, and I never understood it. But you should get, like, an everything bagel? Or a... Okay, that's good. Listen, if I was, like... If I had a gluten allergy, I just don't think I'd be able to survive. Like, if I had a sudden onset of gluten allergy, I'd be like... I don't know what to tell you. Like, I already eat cheese, but I'm lactose intolerant. So... I think that tells you a lot. But if you're gonna get any bagel, get an everything bagel or plain bagel. And then usually I prefer bagel spreads savory, personally. So cream cheese, if you're into that. If not, I guess whitefish spread, which is what every other member of my family gets. I don't know why I can't speak today. Like, my tongue is, like, trying to destroy any shred of respect I have. I think we can flip it back the other way. I'll try it sometime. I've just never bothered to get some. Well, I don't think you need to go out of your way to get some, but, like, I usually prefer to go to places that are, like, specifically for bagels, right? You can get one from, like, the grocery store, it's whatever, right? But, like, if you get it from a specific, like, bagel store that's just for bagels, those are usually the best kind. Obviously, check, like, the ratings or whatever, right? Don't just walk into, like, this shifty-ass bagel store next to, like, some place that sells cocaine in a back alley. Don't do that. But also, sometimes the stores that mostly just sell bagels can also sell pastry stuff, which is nice. I've been meaning to get some churros, though, because, like, I went to a... I think... Oh, people are messaging me. I think I went to, one of the places that sells churros a lot of the time. I went to them, and they just didn't have churros anymore. And I was like, what's happening? What's wrong with the world? I need a churro! Pano chocolate. What is that? I need to look this up now. Let's see. Oh, chocolate. Oh, like the chocolate croissants. Okay, I see. Those are pretty good. I prefer mine with a lot more chocolate than what they usually put in there. But those are good for breakfast. I don't know, like a plain croissant just never interested me. I always like a croissant with something else in it or on it, right? Usually chocolate. Chocolate's pretty good. Can't really go wrong with chocolate. Unless it's dark chocolate. I have a thing against dark chocolate. It's one of the few things in my life I remember eating very early on and throwing up. Chocolate all the way. Indeed, milk chocolate personally. I'm fine with also white chocolate, but like if I eat too much of it, then it's just kind of like boring, you know. And like chocolate with salt never interested me. It's like weird. Like why would you have that? Like sea salt or whatever? A little weird. Three, and then fourth finger. There you go. All four fingers plus a thumb counted for. What's my favorite chocolate bar? That's a great question. I used to really like Twix. A few years ago, but then I switched on over to whatchamacallits. Because those are good. So now it's between whatchamacallits and Mr. Good bars. Right? But whatchamacallits are so hard to find in like the regular world. You gotta go to like the Hershey store in New York City to find them. And like I'm not traveling all the way to New York City to get a whatchamacallit. But you can get box of whatchamacallits from there. Because I remember I wouldn't go to New York City to get one whatchamacallit, but I did go get 2 boxes of them. Worth it, even though one of them is still in my room and I just never touched it, and so now it's expired. They're good though. They're good. Unless you're allergic to them. Don't eat them then. How's this gonna work? Probably should have figured this out before I started stream. How the armor is gonna look. It's fine. We'll get through it somehow. You guys have a favorite chocolate bar? Because like whatchamacallit's #1. In terms of chocolate bars specifically, right? If it's chocolate, it's a Ferrero Rocher. Those are good. A little ball of nuts and chocolate. And a little bit of cream inside. I think the nuts are like hazelnuts. But I never really bothered to check. Because I would always just eat them. You're like, oh, here's a Ferrero Rocher. Oh, thanks. Just straight up eat it. Hate nuts, not gonna lie. That's fair, that's fair. I guess that means you hate Snickers, almond joys. You think they're hazelnuts? I think they're hazelnuts too. So they're probably hazelnuts if both of us think they're hazelnuts. Because I can't see them being peanuts. Right? I've had paydays. The caramel peanut bar thing. Those are peanuts. I'm fairly certain it's hazelnuts. I've never actually had a whole ass hazelnut. Right? At least I don't think so. Because I've had almonds, cashews, and peanuts. And walnuts. Lion bars and Twix probably. Ooh, what's a lion bar? I'm curious now. No, I say it like that. Lion bar. Oh shit, those look good actually. They look like they have wafers in them too. Oh, that's good. Ah, okay. Next time I see them somewhere, I'll try and get them. Somewhere. Maybe I can order them off Amazon. Those are good though. I mean, Amazon's good for getting shit. I've never had a lion bar before. I'd like to try it though, that sounds interesting. Like a whole chocolate bar taste test stream. That'd be fun. I'd have to go out of my way to find Chocolate bars, though. That can't be too hard, though, right? How does armor look? People are gonna be like, oh, Chess drew, like, terrible armor. I'd be like, I know. Sorry, I don't understand how it works. We'll do, like, the leather crosses, though. Oh, crisscross pattern. Like so. There we go. We had a Jaffa cake. Sorry, how that's spelled is like... It just reminds me of, Oh, I've had something similar to it before. Yeah. Not this specifically. Oh, it's sponge face. Well, I'll have to try that too. Lion bars and Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes? Dragons are shooting out. Oh, yeah, okay, so there's some steps, right? But it mainly includes doing it a lot, right? Which is, so, first, thumbnails. You do a little scribble, right? And then you're like, oh, which one's the best? And apparently, I chose whatever this thing was. And then so from there, I went to do this, and now it's this. Which looks pretty good, I'd say. Not the best, but pretty good. There's, oh yeah, also anatomy takes place. Right, or, I mean, obviously anatomy takes place, but like, you know, you have to be mindful of it at the very least. Because even if you're doing, stylized stuff, there's still, you know, still made of human, probably. But thank you for the compliment. I'll take it. Yeah, usually what I have to do is I have to think about how things work. Which is kind of tiring, I'll be honest. But... because, like, this wrinkle would attach to this wrinkle, right? These two together. And it can't just be, like, a line. Well, I mean, it can be, but, like... I remade these wrinkles, so it wouldn't work. But with enough practice... I know people say, like, oh, you know, practice. And it's, like, super disheartening. Because it's like, oh, well, shit. You know? I do it a lot, but, like, it also takes time to, you know, do it constantly. Yeah, it does. But you gotta do your best. Because that's how you'll get it eventually. And you will get it eventually. Because that's how it works. I mean, obviously, if you keep on, like, only drawing stick figures, you know, it may not get better. But, like, practice. I like to look at Sui Ishida's stuff. He did a Tokyo Ghoul. He does some really good stuff. And I also like to look at Sobin's stuff, who is the character designer behind Overlord. Because they had some really good... well, they do have some really good artwork. I guess also Persona stuff. And then after all that takes place, I guess just like Research. Right, because like a sword handle is comprised of like the metal inner part that connects directly to the blade most of the time, as well as a leather grip around it. And so the leather grip is so your hands don't get fucked up, and also for, you know, grip. And then the metal bit is for hitting people with. Research, yeah. Let's see this. Besides, this is the sketching phase, so like things can just be whatever. And go with the flow. Yeah. Just the top of an eye over there. I don't know, I feel like eyes are like some of the most interesting parts. Right, because it's like what your mind is attracted to, the eyes, right? So if you have like some really fucked up looking thing with a bunch of eyes, people are gonna look at the eyes. During a specific character or something random, oh, just something random. Because I was doing thumbnails earlier, and I was like, oh, what's something to do? It's also why there's a random dolphin in the background. Don't pay attention to it. It's gonna look worse, in a good way. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on if you like horror or not. But it'll look like something in the end. I'll be honest, it's been a while since I took a look at a dolphin, so probably not gonna end up very dolphin-like. The little, what do you call them? Like the little tear ducts or whatever. Yeah, perfect. Exactly. A dolphin. That's what we'll call this. Not some random disturbing thing from my drawn from my fear of the ocean. The ocean's scary though. I've been reading the Megalodon book actually, The Meg by Steve Alton. Good book. Interesting. I read a sentence in a previous stream from it, which was like the most gruesome death in one sentence. Like, how do you know it's a good story? If they're able to describe a single death as the most gruesome and horrifying thing you've ever heard in one sentence. And to be fair, it was like 3 parts that made up a large sentence, but like still, it was a good sentence. We'll have a little bit of bones sticking out. It's fine. It's a mammal. It has bones. Right? Dolphins are whales, and whales are mammals. I think that's how it goes. Right? Sharks aren't mammals. They have teeth, though. You don't watch a lot of horror? I think that's fine. I'm not much of a fan of, like... Okay, I'll be honest, I get scared shitless. But, like... There's some things that must be watched. Don't know what they are. Sharks are, they have cartilage, right? So they have, it's like cartilage base instead of, like, bone base, I guess. So your nose is pretty much made out of cartilage, which is why it's, like, soft and hard at the same time, right? And so, like, sharks just, like, take that to the whole new level. Dolphins are kind of freaky. Yeah. They're bullies of the sea. They tend to kick around pufferfish and use it as a volleyball with their friends. Theirs is also... I've heard tale, I don't know if this is true, but in the MK Ultra experiments done by the US government, they included giving LSD to a dolphin. Seeing if it would gain psionic powers. It was kind of funny, but also like... What's going on? But, I believe nothing came from that experiment other than the dolphin got high with LSD. So, I think that was, like, pretty much the extent of it. Oh, you know what? We'll give it a bunch of eyes because it's with an angel, and angels, aren't they, like, full of eyes? There we go. That'll help fuel my eye obsession. There we go. Actually, I feel like most people would look at me and be like, oh, you have a teeth obsession. And yeah, I do. You know. Teeth and eyes, parts of the face. Thankfully, I don't have a nose obsession. That'd be weird. Or like an ear obsession. I don't know. I'm not very fond of, like, smelling things or, like, listening to loud things. I focus too much time on the dolphin. Or the quote-unquote dolphin. I focus on the not dolphin. After angels are scary. Like, who decided they needed that many eyes? Well, isn't it like... Didn't, like, their god make angels or something like that? So, like, wouldn't it stand to reason that their god gave them that many eyes? No? If I was a god, I'd sure give something that many eyes. Like, was it like the Heconteriates or whatever from Greek mythology? The 100-armed creatures. Sorry, I feel like I'm thinking about the Persona one that also has a bunch of eyes. Well, it's like, why would you make most things? Just to make them, right? The Jurassic Park idea. You know, and I do think, personally, we should make dinosaurs. I want to eat one. I think it'd be fun. Right? I'm just saying. T-Rex steak. Pretty good idea. And then also think about this, the platypus. I think it would eat you. Yeah, but like, we have missiles. So like, what's it gonna do against a missile? Dodge it? Maybe. I think it'd be more confused than anything. What other thing I said? Oh, platypi! They have poisonous spurs on their hind legs. So you gotta watch out for their kicks. Yeah, they are freaky. They're like little freaks. They're like the circus of the animal world. Yeah, I think a circus sums them up. They're full of crazy things. They glow in the dark? Oh my god, that's another one of their crazy abilities. The more I learn about Platypi, the more surprised I am somehow. Because it's like, what happened? Like, why? Why? That's interesting, you know? Like, there's some things about nature that you just don't know. Or never realized. Things about physics, too. Like how... Like how you feel colder in the wind. Because apparently, the wind blows away the top layer of your skin, making you feel colder faster. But your skin does regenerate to counter that, but it's still like the wind blowing your skin cells away. It's like, ugh. I can't like stop thinking about that now that someone told me about that. It's like horrifying. Right? Now whenever the wind comes around, I'm just like, ugh, my skin. They have things that mammals and reptiles have. That's impressive. They also have bills. Crazy. Oh, they're like a backwards beaver. There you go. I don't think I've ever seen a beaver walk backwards. Although, to be fair, I also haven't seen most creatures walk backwards. Maybe they all just hate going backwards. Okay, I think, I'll be honest, I've gone too far with this. I'm just gonna make this actual sketch. It's fine. Messiness is my life. Zoom in extra for the eyes. Something about this is wrong. Figure out what though. Like the shape of the eye? Probably the shape of the eye. Nice. Surprisingly getting better the more I work on it. Usually that never happens. You have a certain time when you go live or just random? I try to do it at least once a week. It's usually around now actually. I have work. I have work before this and school. That's my life. Try and balance 4 things at once. This is what I get for having a life. It is school plus work plus fencing plus streaming. That's my life. Although I wouldn't give up any of them. They're all pretty... Well, okay, school is a bit... Listen, if I made money from school, I wouldn't think about giving it up, right? But, like, at least work, I get some money. Yeah, I have prior time commitments, unfortunately. It's a shame. But I still do try to stream when I can. I've been meaning to play games, actually, but, like... I don't know. I've been meaning to. It doesn't look right. I messed up. That's right. This is gonna mess with me. There's like one thing. It's always the mouth. Always something about it. Faces are like the hardest thing to draw. Well, that and hands. You gotta be so careful, because otherwise you'll enter into the uncanny valley sort of thing. Which is, as people know, horrifying. That's why, analog horror becomes so popular now. You watch any anime? If so, which ones do you like? I like the Saga of Tanya the Evil. As well as, you know, Chainsaw Man, obviously. Overlord's a good watch, in general. What else do I like? I've been reading more than I watch. I just dropped one of my earbuds. Oh, Dandadan's coming out now, actually. 4 episodes came out. They come out on Thursdays. Today, I think if today is a Thursday. That's good so far. Weird show, but Shonen Jump nonetheless. I do recommend that. I recommend a lot of Shonen Jumps, actually. I recommend Promised Neverland. That's a good one. Only season 1, though. Only season 1. Yeah, most of the time Shonen Jump stuff is usually good. Right. Place your faith in most of that one. Jujutsu Kaisen and TPN. TPN. Oh, Promised Neverland. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. The manga's so good though. Because in the second season, they start off from where season 1 ends off, and then they skip 80 chapters, and then they end it. And then you're like, what happened? Season 2 did suck. It was horrible. They got rid of my guy, Yugo. This is where you read the manga for it. There's actually another one that I do recommend. There's actually several that I recommend you read the manga. But, like, that's because the manga are, like, actually good. Which is, Tokyo Ghoul. The manga is way better. And, Ajin, Demi-Human. Which, when you think of Ajin, if you heard of it, you probably think about the Netflix series. Don't watch that. Because the manga is so much crazier. Personally, it was the first anime I watched. That is a great start to it. I remember in high school, one of my high school friends joked around with another friend. They were like, "Oh yeah, you should totally watch No Game No Life as your first anime." And he took that to heart and watched it, and he was like, "I'm never watching anime again." uh, to be fair, I didn't really like the premise is interesting for No Game No Life, but like I like the movie a lot better, like a lot better. No Game No Life Zero. That's a good one. Poor guy. I know. He's missing out now. It's so sad. I swear, this one eye is like kind of fucked up. Alright. Oh no, it's that eye looks. This eye looks diseased. What happened to it? Let's see what's over here. Yeah, Promised Neverland was a really good one because like it just felt like smart to me, right? And like there's not a lot of stuff that like actually feels smart, right? Obviously, once you read it, you can actually tell some of the stuff that they missed out on that would have actually somehow made season 1 better than it is. But like overall, good. Like Blue Exorcist, and I haven't read the manga. It's fucked up towards the end? I didn't realize. I remember watching some of it because I haven't seen all of it. But it was pretty good. I liked it. Good ideas for it, right? Son of the Devil and all that jazz. Oh, you know, JoJo's is pretty good. I mean, obviously, you know, a lot of people would say JoJo's is pretty good. JoJo's is pretty good though. What else is there? Opening up the app right now. Oh, Kaiju number 8. That was a fun one. Let's see. Doctor Stone is good. Yeah. I'm actually surprised though, because I didn't realize that on the app, the official app for Shonen Jump stuff, All You Need Is Kill is on it. Which, if you haven't heard of it, All You Need Is Kill is a great manga, right? Based off of a book. And also, there's a movie based off that book. I think Tom Cruise is in that movie. Because it's called Edge of Tomorrow. Also known as Live, Die, Repeat. Which is not the best movie, but it's very interesting. Okay, I need to work on the sword, though. I say work on the sword, starts working on other things. I swear. Add in the cape bits. Here and here. gonna shape this real quick. I haven't actually seen Erase. I heard it was good though. I read a lot of meaning to buy manga. Yeah, I haven't seen Erased yet. I've been meaning to get to it, but I just haven't. But yeah, I definitely recommend you get Promise Neverland. First of all, Promise Neverland. It's already finished. Great series. Really good. Really good. Alright. Like, if you're going to spend money on manga, you should definitely get the Shonen Jump stuff first. Right? Because, you know, Shonen Jump stuff, more likely to be good. At least if it's not axed already. Because they tend to axe a lot of the bad ones. Just like 15 chapters after they come out, they just start axing away at them. And sometimes they take out good ones too, and it's so sad. Because they took out Ayashimon at like 27 chapters. Ayashimon's so good though. Because it's about yokai who are also the Yakuza. Because for yokai to survive and continue living, they must be given money because they are made of money. And so that's why they became the Yakuza, or like different branches of the Yakuza, in order to, you know, mug humans out of their money so they could sustain themselves on that money. And it's a good series. Well, it was a good series, but then they ended off on a cliffhanger, and, you know, that's where it ended off. And I was like, oh, so good. So sad. What's a non-shonen? I recommend the Ajin manga. That one's good. Then there's also other ones I like. I read some rom-coms. Some of them are good. Some of them are not great, but you read them anyway. What do I have on the list of non-shonen Jump stuff? Let me scroll through my list real quick. Oh, there's actually a good manga that came out recently. That's like I guess it's supposed to be a rom-com, but it's more comedy than anything else. By Yoshida Tatsuya. And it's basically about this evil monster who's trying to defeat this Power Ranger. But their professor who created the evil monster was like, alright, I'm going to give you a superpower, or like an even more unstoppable power. And when they use the power, they turn into a cute girl. And like, they're not able to like do anything in that form. Because they're just like, because all that power and strength turned into cuteness. And their job is to like grab the transformation belt of the hero. And to do that, the professor was like, oh yeah, you know what? Use cuteness to do it. I thought that was fun. Not just because of that premise, but because there's like little side bits where they have like funny faces. I don't know how to describe it. I'm sounding really childish right now, actually, but it's good. Sounds funny as hell. Yeah, you have to read it though, because there's only 8 chapters out. But it's a good one. It's a good one. I hope it continues. Because like the faces that they make when they're doing shit is phenomenal. Let's see what else. Oh god. It's turning out that it's like most of these are like not anime. Hmm. Oh, Ranger Reject. That one's a good one. That actually, I think the anime might be finished actually, or like the season of anime finished, right? Obviously, you can't finish the story because it's like 100 something chapters. But the guy who did Quintessential Quintuplets made Ranger Reject, and personally, I feel like Ranger Reject. Sorry, Go Go Loser Ranger. I hate that title. I hate that title compared to Ranger Reject. So, illegally, technically illegally, um, the people who translated Go Go Loser Ranger translate it as Ranger Reject, which just sounds so much smoother than Go Go Loser Ranger, right? It's a longer title, and it's like, do I really want to say that? And the Ranger Reject it just sounds so much smoother, right? But if you search up Ranger Reject, you'll find it. It's a good one. What else? What else? Defrag's a good one. That's a straight up comedy right there. Now, not to spoil too much, but in Defrag, chapter 80 or so, a fucking meteor hits. And then that's when they introduce Supernatural. 80 chapters in. Hey, when they have such long names? Yeah, it gets annoying a lot of the time, right? That's why it's like so nice when there's just like a title like Overlord. Right? That was so nice. Even Promise Neverland is like, it's just like so, it feels more concise. It's like 3 words, The Promise Neverland. Let's see what else. I will also say there's this, it's not an anime yet, and I'm hoping they turn it into one. Straight Bungo Stray Dogs. I've seen the first season. It was pretty good. I mean, yeah, I need to catch up on it too. My mom was like, "You have to watch this. You have to." I was like, "Okay." But there's this good manga called How About R15, which sounds worse than it should, but it's basically about introducing someone who's never seen R-rated movies before, and they're just like showing them to. Well, okay, so Japan has like this weird movie system where instead of like R-rated or PG-13, it's R15 or something like that. But it's basically like somewhere between PG-13 and R-rated is what R15 is. That's why I gather from it. But it has 30 chapters out. At the end of every single chapter, they leave a little blurb at the bottom of each chapter talking about a different movie, which is how I actually found out about Tucker and Dale versus Evil and Green Bullet. And then they also talk about like John Wick and Deadpool, stuff like that. Also like minor romance movies that I never bothered watching. But I think it's good. It's interesting. What else is there? Oh shit, that's right. Killing Me, Killing You ended. That was a good one. Hopefully it gets turned into an anime. Who knows? That's a good one though. Sad, but good. Song of the Night. I think that one got an anime, right? That one's good. Alright. And then last manga that I'll bring up, well, that didn't get turned into an anime, is Taco P's Original Sin, which my brother was like, you gotta read this. I was like, okay, what's Taco P's Original Sin about? So I read it. It's pretty sad. And it's about like this little octopus from outer space. And he's sent to different planets by like their space mother. They're meant to travel to other planets and bring joy and happiness to the people and sentient beings of those planets. But because of how sad and depressed the first person he meets is, he ends up accidentally brutally killing someone with a camera. And so it's just this little innocent octopus that just doesn't understand the concept of life and death and sadness, and he only wants to bring joy to people. And then the only way for him to bring joy to one person is to kill another person, because that person is like killing their dog, causing them to commit suicide several times, because the camera had a time loop capability until he bashed over their head, causing them to be unable to turn back time. So it's really dark, but he's just a little guy who kills someone with a camera. And he's like, "Oh, are you okay?" Yeah, you feel so bad for him. His name's Takopi. It's his original sin, murder. But he's just a little guy. And then he has to deal with like human trauma. Like, he doesn't deserve that. But interesting one. I don't think it's been updated in a while, actually, which is sad. But good one. Definitely one to look out for if it gets updated some more. And that's a big if. Because some of the things just don't get updated. Because translators need money to buy the raw pages. And sometimes they don't get that money. I mean, to be fair, sometimes the manga isn't great. Let's be honest. Not all manga's good. Right? Like, some of the time, absolutely deserves the money to be translated. What am I doing on this? Oh, shit! I'm doing pretty good on this, actually. This looks great. Not the best, but pretty good. I'm surprised. More surprised than I probably should be, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I usually tend to read pretty much everything except for like drama romance, right? Because like some of the time with drama romance, it just gets depressing to read at some point, right? Because it's always like, oh, this thing happened and now everyone's sad, and it's like, well, you feel like the dolphin's staring into your soul. Well, it's probably staring into several places. Your soul probably one of them. I made Santa like a year or two ago. Creepiest motherfucker I ever drew. That thing was horrifying. Stares into your soul. It's on my Twitter, actually, if you scroll down. Horrifying. Doesn't look at all like Santa should. But like its eyes. The eyes of Santa. The Santa I drew. I can't stop remembering it because of how horrifying it was. Because I remember when I was drawing Santa, I drew the eyes and the face, and then I had to keep on looking at it to make sure it like didn't look back at me. Probably top 2 like most horrifying things I've ever drawn. That's okay, we'll get worse. We'll get worse at some point. Doesn't need to be now though. For now, we can just draw kind of messed up looking dolphins. Yeah. And this guy, you know, I feel like this guy's probably just along for the ride. He's like, oh, you know, what's this angel gonna do? I wanna see what happens. Right? That's like the whole, or the dolphin's whole deal. He's just kind of chilling. He's got no mouth though. He's just got eyes. I wonder if he's got ears. Or like a nose. Ooh. Well, this could be the nose. At the very least, we're giving him a little snoot. So he can sniff out the things. Okay, imagine having that many eyes and then someone throws like a flashbang at you. That would be awful. There, like that, yeah. An angle. That's true. Or, alternatively, the dolphin could ride them like a horse, just sitting on their head. Oh, you know what? Let's draw like a little... I'll zoom in all the way for this. It kind of looks like a shark right now. There's a little baby dolphin though. There we go. Yeah, he's just a little baby. Like, he's snack-sized. That's gotta be awful. Just imagine, like, going up to a little animal and going, oh, snack-sized. And then you put it in your mouth and you eat it. Although it's probably full of, like, diseases and stuff, right? If you don't cook it first, like parasites. Ugh. I don't know, personally, I don't want to have parasites. They're kind of disgusting. And we can draw a little eye over here. It's like a mouth. Like an extra head. Imagine the bones crunching in your mouth. Oh! Oh! You're right. A baby dolphin's bound to be full of bones. Ugh. It's not like a baby shark that's full of cartilage. You're right. Ugh. You just spit it out at that point. There's like barely any meat in there. Unless you're fond of like crunching the bones. I'm not personally. My teeth are too precious. You're like just a little bit more. And then I'll be able to work on the shading. And then we'll be able to call it a day. They should probably have like runes or something on their face. Not the fact you just killed a... You're concerned about your teeth, not just... Yeah, I'm concerned about the teeth. They're my teeth. You know? Like, okay, think about this, right? If there was a living stick, and it was hopping around, and it was like a little baby stick, right? Coming back from school, and you decided to punch it in the face, or wherever a stick's face could be, and then you get splinter. What are you gonna be more worried about? The dead stick lying on the side of the road, or the splinter you got? So I'd venture to say, probably the splinter. Unless you learned the stick had parents, then you'd feel kind of bad about it, but you'd still worry about the splinter. I'd worry about the splinter. I've gotten a lot of splinters before from like non-splinter things. Ever get a splinter from wheat? That's weird. It's horrible. It's like so thick too. It's like it's not meant to be in your skin, but it's there. Stick is not comparable to a baby dolphin. But it's like a goldfish, you know? You just... Yum, 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 yum. You know? Like glass splinters, you can call them that. Really get normal. Yeah, like the worst ones I've gotten are metal splinters, right? Because every time you take them out, they break off a little bit in your skin. One of them like got stuck between the skin of my thumb and my index finger. It was there for like a month. And then I also got a whole ass pencil stuck in my hand. It was not permanent, but it did leave a scar. So, not very fun. Not fun at all. Don't get pencils stuck in your hands. Pretty good progress though, I'd say. What kind of stuff do I get into? I fence. Fencing includes metal blades, and metal blades means touching them, because you're bending them back into place after you've hit someone too hard. And then that's when you get the splinters. It's fine. I understand what you mean. Unless you say like, IU. That'd be a little difficult for me to understand. Was it? I've gotten several metal splinters. I've gotten a few, just like a few wooden splinters. I got that one wheat splinter. I got cactus needles stuck in me. Oh, I got twice, surprisingly. I got a splinter from my cat. Cause like his fur dug into my skin on 2 different occasions. And like I actually had to pull it out. It was crazy. It was like in there, and it's like, how did that happen? It was horrifying. Ugh. Like that's just how much my cat hated me. Just like weaving it through my skin and into my flesh. Horrifying. Do a little signature. There's always the part that messes me up. There you go. You just attract, but I think I attract injuries. And that runs in the family. Which is like the worst part about it, right? Because it's like, oh, why do you have so many bruises? Yeah, that's life. I bumped into 20 different walls on my way here. Pixel pasty. Yeah, because it's, oh, this one time, someone stabbed me so hard, I just had to go to the ER. Because, like, the flesh around my pinky was, like, falling off, because they stabbed me in my pinky. And, like, the only reason I figured out that, like, they had torn out the flesh of my pinky during fencing was because I looked down at my glove and blood was seeping through the pinky finger. I was like, that's not good. So, lesson learned, don't get hit in the pinky, I guess. It's a horrible time. So far, though, no broken bones, but several sprains. Several. Should be there. Should be here. Nice, nice. I can never do fencing if you get that hand. Ow! It's not. No, that's not like usual injuries from fencing. So you'll be fine. Besides, if you're safe enough, it won't happen. It's just a matter of being safe. Right. Don't be me, be safe. You broke your arm ice skating, did not have the coordination. Yeah, but like you gain the coordination after a while. Because I was horrible in high school. But here I am. Still fencing somehow. Oh, shading is like a pain in the hat. But I understand it. Shadows are too difficult for my brain. Color even more so, that's why I like never include color. Sorry for all you color enthusiasts out there, but I don't like crayons. What is it? I feel like I'm losing it. I don't understand how the shading should be. It's making me lose my mind. Wasn't fencing called like the gentleman's sport or something like that? Like an elegant kind of thing? I feel like it was / is called that. But it's also like, you know, the origins were about dueling to the death. So probably not the most civilized sort of thing. Very fun though. Very fun. And it's not like you're dueling to the death in the modern ages. Because it's just about getting the point. You do that by just sticking your arm out. No clue. That's fine. We'll make sure to call it an elegant, gentlemanly sport, I guess. I don't know. Better than football, though. You get so many concussions in football. And me, myself, I personally don't like injuries to the head. Injuries elsewhere, I don't prefer, but I'll take them over head injuries. And football was actually, like, the only sport I didn't get forced into doing. Which is good, because, like, my parents valued my brain for some reason. Should be like this. Let's see that. How does... This one. Okay. The most sport you do is Batman once a year. See, Batman, though, isn't that bad. It's pretty fun. Although, as I do, the, the only way I play Batman is, like, how I fence. So I'm basically just fencing with, like, one of those little feathered thingies. I forget what they're called. But, like, you know, the equivalent of, like, the tennis ball. It's fun, though. Oh, you know what? I forgot to erase this bit. Hmm. This is the point in time where I begin questioning my art abilities. Am I doing it right? I don't know. I think I'm doing it right. It's all subjective, though. Actually, let me increase the brush size to double. So when I work on this guy. I can't tell what kind of emotion he's feeling. It's like confusion, followed by like disgust. That's like what this guy's feeling. Just a little bit. Confusion, because he's like, why did you make me this way? I have no mouth. I must scream. Or I guess like, do shrill dolphin noises. A little horrifying when you think about it. If you're only eyes and you have no mouth, what are you gonna do? Blink in Morse code? Here, here, here. Oh, that's right, he's got like the little tail, or like the little nub. He's contemplating life. Why do I exist? What's the purpose? I feel like... Alright. You could ask me what's the what's the meaning of life, right? I've got a pretty good answer. To have fun, right? I feel like that's the meaning. So long as it's legal, have fun. You know, watch movies, play video games. Like, are you working to work? Probably not. Are you working for money? Probably. But what are you gonna use that money for? Video games. Can you believe it? On a certain website, the price of the first 3 Jurassic Park movies is like $25 fucking dollars. And it was on discount from $45. And it's like, yeah, they're good movies, but like, I don't want to spend that much money for like an old movie. Well, I mean, you know, they're made in like the 90s, but still. Alright, and then we'll do one more layer. Oh, this is 20. Yep, yep. What's the time for you right now? Late nighttime. Yep, yep. I mean, okay, I feel like people could fairly obviously guess where I am. Or, like, what my time zone is, considering that, like, when I used to make schedules, I would always post EST. So, there you go, I guess. But never the state. And certainly in America. Well, I guess the United States of America, not just, like, North and South America. I kind of like it how you could just say America, though most people think of the US. It's nice. You don't have to distinguish yourself. He's got a little bit of a neck going on. Imagine being in America. I know. Not the worst place, though. Not by a long shot. Imagine being in, like, the Arctic. That'd be so much worse. Driving around in snow... Actually, driving around in a snowplow or jet ski sounds kind of... Or not jet ski. What do you call them? Snowmobiles. Snowmobiles! That sounds kind of fun. I don't know. I've been to Alaska before, though. Gotta say. I would not live there. As much as I like the cold, it's also very isolated. Let's see. Always stuff with the eyes. There you have it. Look at that. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell that this is like a fin over here, but it's a fin. All right, tail fin or not tail fin, dolphin fin, side fin. There we go. This little baby dolphin's gonna grow up into this hideous thing sometime. Think about that before you eat it. I feel, though, this was very productive. Right. It's also very clean. I like the face area, and then the lower down towards the sword you get the like. Oh my god! Forgot to drop the rest of it. That would have been so much worse. It's a good thing I caught that. Dolphin stole the show. I know. Made me forget about the rest of it. I need to get more swords. Swords are cool. I need to get more of them. Oh, I did on the wrong layer. Perfect. There we are. Dolphin distracted me for quite a while, actually. Okay. Now we have it. Alright, I think we got everything. We got the cape, we got the shoulder gear. We got the dolphin, we got the baby dolphin, we got the rest of the sword that doesn't really match up with the sword, but that's alright. It's gonna mess with me though. Okay. There you go. There we have it though. What do you call it? I guess we'll just call it like the angelic dolphin warrior or something. I don't know. Just like an angel dolphin, angel plus dolphin sort of thing. Well, I think we can safely call it today. So thank you for joining me. Thank you, Aker? Aker? I'll be honest, I'm horrible with names. Angelic Dolphin Warrior is crazy. I know, right? I'll probably label it as that. Acre. A-C-R-E, acre. Like the land. How do you pronounce it? This is what I do whenever I just like. Okay, so some people would feel embarrassed about going around asking other people their names. Me, even if I ask their name like 50 times, I'm just like, so what is it? Aker. Okay. Aker. Well, thank you for joining me, Aker. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. And hopefully you have a good rest of your week as well. And thank you, Ash and Insanity, for joining me as well. Yep, bye-bye. Thank you guys for joining. Bye-bye. Aw, thank you. And life lesson of the day. Don't eat a baby dolphin. It's too bony. Probably. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you. And bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for the heart, whoever did that little reaction.